it's Roisin from Curidyssey. Welcome to the nature that's near me. But today I want to show you 20 ways to get to know nature near you in 20 minutes. So buckle up.
A great way to get started is to set up an indoor observation station near a window. You don't need much, maybe just a notebook or a piece of paper and a pen, and if you want, colored pencils, and if you have them, binoculars. Set aside a few minutes every day to sit at your observation station and notice what's happening outside and record it in your journal. Maybe you just write down some things that you notice. Maybe you write down some things you wonder. Maybe you tell a story about what you see, or maybe you draw a picture. It's up to you. Observation, just slowing down and noticing what's going on around you, is a great way to learn about nature, and it's really fun. If you want to go outside and get your hands dirty, get a little bit of a closer look, my number one suggestion is to go look under stuff. A lot of animals like to live under things because it's nice and safe under there, and also it tends to be more damp, tends to have more water. And so flipping things over is a great way to find a lot of different kinds of animals or evidence of the animals that were there before. You can try flipping over just about anything. Got a rock in your yard? Great, turn it over. A stick? Sure, see what's under there. Some bark? Absolutely. Just try it out and see what you find. Feel like you don't have anything to look under? No problem, just make your own by creating this cardboard hide. All you need to do is take a cardboard box, flatten it out, pour a little water on the ground, and then put the cardboard down and put some rocks on top of it to help it stay in place. Then you just wait a while, and then when you're ready, go look under it and see what might have moved in to hide under your cardboard. Seems a little too simple for you? Great! Make a more complicated place for animals to live, an invertebrate hotel. It's actually super simple. All you need to do is grab some small boxes, pieces of paper, and then go outside and collect a lot of things like sticks and leaves and bark. Then just cram all that stuff into a small box so that there are a lot of good small places that things like ants and spiders and snails might like to hide in. Then just put it outside and check back later. See who moved in. By the way, you can find a write-up of invertebrate hotels and a lot of other activities on our website. Check it out. Want to try to see some critters a little sooner? Why not try a beach sheet? It's really easy. All you need is a white piece of paper, and then go outside and find a bush, put your piece of paper underneath the bush, and gently shake. Then check out your paper. What fell off? What animals can you see crawling around on your paper? Don't forget to put the animals back. You can try using your beat sheet on all different kinds of plants like bushes and trees, whatever, and see if the types of animals that live on those things are the same or different. Looking for something more spooky to try? A nighttime spot sheet is a good fit for you. All you have to do is find something big and white like a blanket or a towel or a sheet and hang it up outside at night or drape it over something. Then find your brightest flashlight and shine it right at the sheet. Leave it set up for quite a while, maybe 30 minutes or so, and then go check on it and see who has been attracted to the light. This is a great way to find out what kind of critters are flying around at night. I, in just a short time, found 3 different species of moth. Pretty cool. P.S. This is also a great time to play with shadow puppets. Looking for something less spooky to try? Try out a sit spot. In a sit spot, you sit still and focus on one place. This is a great way to practice observation, slowing down and noticing what's going on around you. All you have to do is try randomly to choose a small spot to stare at for a while. I'm going to use this awesome whoosh frisbee from the 90s, but you could use anything to help you choose a small spot. You could tape 4 pencils together into a square and toss it and see what you find. Once you've chosen your spot, just sit down and stare at it and think about what's there. You could do that in a lot of ways. You could write down a list of the things that you see. You could write down a story or tell a story about the things that you see, or you could draw them. Drawing is actually a really great way to zoom in and do some observing. When you're trying to draw something, you kind of have to notice the details. For example, I don't think I would have noticed that this leaf has been eaten by something if I wasn't trying to draw it. Looking to express your creative side? You'll love nature art. This activity is inspired by an artist named Andy Goldsworthy. You should Google him and check out some of his amazing work. For us, what nature art will be is to go out and collect some things that you like the look of and then make art with them. Maybe you'll make a statue and learn about balance and things like that, or maybe you make something that's more like a picture on the ground. There are so many ways to do nature art, and really, of course, the limit is only your creativity. Usually when I'm doing nature art, I try to mostly use things that have already fallen onto the ground. This plant, though, is called French broom and it is invasive, and I'm trying to pull it out of my yard, so I definitely don't feel bad using it for my nature art. Another great thing about nature art is it's a great way to notice how nature changes over time. Leave your art where it is and check back every day. Did it stay the same? Did it fall down? Why did it fall down? Did an animal knock it over? Did the wind knock it over? It can be really neat to watch your art change over time. If you liked nature art and you're still feeling like you want to play around with art, then you should definitely try a color scavenger hunt. You can grab anything that has a lot of color in it. For me, I'm going to use this set of colored pencils. Then just go out into nature, choose a color, and see if you can find that color in nature. So I'm going to look for this green, and I found it here. And I'll even try a more challenging one, a purple, but I still managed to find that one. This is a really fun way to notice how many colors there are in nature, how many shades of green, all kinds of things like that. Try it out. Here's another great one called nature sorting. For this activity, all you really need is an empty egg carton. Walk around in nature and find a bunch of small stuff that you like the look of. Then put it in a big pile and use your egg carton to sort it. You can sort it however you want. You could sort it by size or type or color or how much you like it. The possibilities are endless. This is a great way to practice some math skills like categorizing and ordering and counting. In that last activity, I found some things that were seeds, or at least held seeds at one point. And that got me thinking about our next activity, a seed hunt. A seed hunt is a really fun way to learn a little bit about how plants reproduce or make more of themselves. You can head out into nature and slowly look around and notice which things are seeds. It might actually surprise you. In just a short while, I managed to find some different types of grass seeds. I found these oak seeds, which you'll know as acorns. I found 2 types of pine cones. This redwood pine cone that would have the redwood seeds inside of it, And this other pine cone, I'm actually not 100% sure what kind it is, and I was very surprised to find it where I did because I have never seen one like it before. But this one too would be kind of glued shut on the tree, and then when it was time, it would burst open and spray the tiny seeds inside all over the place. And then the last one I bet you'll recognize is a dandelion. If we take a closer look, I bet you have an idea about how dandelion seeds are able to spread so far. While we're thinking about plants, I have 2 great activities to suggest that will help you take a closer look at plants in nature. It'll also help you make some art and help you save some of the beautiful flowers that are around for all year observation. The first one is to dry some plants. In this activity, you can go out and cut a few flowers. My suggestion, and kind of how we do things at Curidyssey, is we will cut flowers if they meet one of 2 conditions. Number 1, they are invasive. We don't want them there. They're not supposed to be there and they change our environment. Or there are a ton of them, like is the case with these blue flowers, then I don't feel bad cutting 1 or 2. Then, what you're going to do to dry out your flowers is just tie them and hang them upside down in a warm spot. Check back in about a week and see how they've changed. My other suggestion is to press some plants. This one is definitely an oldie but a goodie. So take some of those plants that you cut, and what you're going to do is layer them in between a lot of paper towels. I also like to add some cardboard just to make it easier to move them around. So what I've got is kind of a sandwich that's like a piece of a cereal box, 4 paper towels, my plants, 4 paper towels, and then another piece of cereal box cardboard. Then what you're going to do is squash it into a book and then stack lots of heavy things on top of it. I'm going to go with all of my awesome favorite nerdy oceanography textbooks, and I'll top it off with some jugs of water because water is really heavy. And then I'm going to wait probably more than a week. I might wait a couple weeks. Here are some plants that I have already been pressing for about a week, so you can get an idea of some of the exciting changes that you'll see with your plants. Here's another way to preserve some nature that you can bring inside your home. You can make texture rubbings. This is a really simple activity, but also a really interesting and neat activity. All you have to do is find something that you're curious about the shape or the texture, put a piece of paper over top of it, and then use the side of a pencil, or better yet, if you happen to have a crayon, unwrap a crayon and use the whole long side of it to rub over the thing under your paper and see what you get. You can also try this with things that are not on the ground, things like tree bark. And also, by the way, you could try this anywhere inside or outside of your home just to see how it captures different textures. This is a super cool way to explore textures. In need of something a little more high-tech? I've got you covered. My very favorite way to explore nature with technology is to use iNaturalist. This is a great app that can help you identify plants, animals, and funguses that are around your area. All you have to do is open up the app, snap a picture, put in whatever information you know, even if you see something or hear something and you know it's a bird but you don't know what type, you can still write in bird, and then you submit it, and other community scientists like yourself check it out and they help you identify it. All of that data is collected also and made available to scientists trying to learn about plants and animals and funguses all over the world. So it's a great way to have fun, get to know what types of animals and plants are around you, and to help professional scientists. But what if I want to get dirty, you ask? I've got you there too. Try making a soil shake. Soil isn't really just one thing. It's made up of all different kinds of things. And so if you go and you dig a hole, and if you really want to get dirty, dig it with your hands, down about 6 inches or so, straight down, and then put that soil into a container with a lid, fill it up with water, shake it really hard, and then let it sit for as many days as you can tolerate. Try not to touch it or move it or shake it, and see how it settles out into a soil horizon. Find out what your soil near where you live is made of. This is a fun one too for exploring the wind. You can make a windicator or a wind indicator using really simple materials. All you need is some kind of stick, like my friend educator Carmen here is using a skewer. You can use a popsicle stick or a pencil or whatever. And then you just need some different lightweight materials. Try different things. Here, educator Carmen is trying wax paper, parchment paper, and paper towels, but you could try anything. Try different shapes, try different lengths and different materials, putting them onto your stick in different ways. And then you go outside and hold it in the wind. And this windicator can help you notice where the wind is coming from and how strongly it's blowing. This is also a great engineering design challenge. Try out an idea, like a material, and if it doesn't work, super, just try out a new material. If you want to explore nature in a more peaceful, meditative way, I definitely suggest trying out a sound map. All you have to do is go somewhere outside, sit down, choose a nice spot, bring a journal or a piece of paper, and then sit quietly for whatever amount of time you decide. Maybe 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. And close your eyes for a moment and just listen. Notice all of the amazing sounds that you can hear around you. When you're ready, open your eyes and create a sound map by marking yourself as an X in the middle of your map on your paper, and then trying to write down or draw where you think the sounds are coming from around you. It's pretty simple, but a great way to observe the sounds in nature. If you want something even more mellow, just lie back and look at the clouds. What do you see? Of course, be very careful to never look at the sun because that could damage your eyes. Hilariously for me, there are actually no clouds today, but I'm still enjoying lying down and taking a look at the sky. And we're gonna end on a nice, calm note. If you're looking for a calm way to enjoy nature, try a mindfulness walk. Just go outside, go by yourself if that's possible and safe, and then just move quietly and slowly around. Take the time to notice things like the gentle breeze, maybe a bird sound you hadn't noticed before, or something neat on a leaf. You can also do this while sitting. Just choose a nice, quiet, calm place and let yourself just be for a little while.
All right, well, that was a whirlwind. Hopefully it gave you some great ideas for getting to know the nature that's near you. I hope you do try a lot of these ideas. Spend some time getting to know your neighbor plants and animals, and maybe even think of some ways that you can help to take care of them, so that nature stays an awesome place for us and for those plants and animals. All right, well, I've had so much fun exploring with you today, and keep checking back for more videos and fun content from Curidyssey.